These are difficult days for Ukraine, for its towns and cities under near constant attack from above, for its army who are on the back foot in the east, and for its leader under unprecedented pressure to accept a peace deal that many see as capitulation.
Now is one of the most difficult moments in our history. The pressure on Ukraine is among the heaviest we have ever faced. Ukraine may soon be confronted with a very difficult choice, either a loss of dignity or the risk of losing a key partner.
He says that because Ukraine has been presented with a peace plan and an ultimatum by the Trump administration. Amongst its 28 points are many President Zelensky's rejected in the past, including Ukraine giving up the last parts of the eastern Donbass region it still controls, cutting the size of the armed forces, and ruling out membership of the NATO military alliance. Moscow will also have to make some concessions, including funding Ukraine's reconstruction with its frozen assets. But overall, this deal is highly favourable to Russia. Donald Trump told reporters that Ukraine's president has just under a week to give his response.
He'll have to like it, and if he doesn't like it, then, they should just keep fighting, I guess,
The suggestion that you made, though, was that if he doesn't accept it, that the U.S. would pull back its support for Ukraine.
Well, at some point he's going to have to accept something. He hasn't accepted. You remember right in the Oval Office not so long ago, I said, you don't have the cards.
It's not just President Zelensky who faces difficult decisions. Ukraine's European allies, many at the G20 in South Africa, were not consulted on this deal and will not like it. But they will also not want to alienate President Trump. That was reflected in a statement from the Prime Minister, who said, "We will discuss the current proposal on the table and in support of President Trump's push for peace, look at how we can strengthen this plan for the next stage of negotiations." But there's only one country around the G20 table that's not calling for a ceasefire, and one country that is deploying a barrage of drones and missiles to destroy livelihoods and murder innocent civilians. As for Russia, President Putin has said this 28-point plan could be the basis for a final settlement. But any agreement that's acceptable to Moscow will surely be impossible for Kyiv to accept. The coming week will be difficult, maybe decisive for Ukraine. Joe Inwood, BBC News.